Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Casper. So as you guys know, I've been talking to you guys about Casper for a fairly long time, and today we're going to be really kind of addressing, why Ethereum is going to pretty much fall behind with a lot of these altcoins. Now, of course, there is a lot of skeptics out there saying, Ethereum is never going to be surpassed by an altcoin. There's, yeah, sure, layer ones are doing really good in terms of development and stuff like that, but they're not going to surpass Ethereum because of this, that. But honestly, today we're going to be talking about why I believe that that is wrong and why I do believe that these layer ones are really going to prosper ahead, especially something like Casper. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump into this video, I just want to ask if you guys could please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and I do greatly appreciate it. It takes 2 seconds, so if you guys could please do so, I will greatly appreciate it. So sit back and yeah, let's just jump into it. So overall, the market sentiment is still fairly bearish. I mean, like I told you, I'm not going to get bullish on this market until Bitcoin does hit my key figures at around the 53K mark to 56K. I've been saying this for a little bit of time now. I believe that this could range on a little bit more. I know it is coming to almost the new year, but hey, we still have to play the patient game here as we are waiting for the next major move on Bitcoin to the upside or possible downside. Now with this, of course, a lot of altcoins are taking, a few hits. We did see Casper hit, like almost 13 cents. I think it was like last night, yesterday-ish. But overall, today, trading volume down about 17.63%, price down about 0.26% or so. It is at currently 1162. The price is fluctuating a little bit here and there overall. I do have TradingView open at the end of the tabs. We could possibly get to it and talk more so about the price action currently. But overall, I'm not too concerned with the price action. I bought a little bit, and I'll buy a lot more if we do hit my targets of like 9 to 10 cents overall. So that's currently right now what I'm currently waiting for on Casper in terms of price action. Now, before we jump on into this video, I just want to ask if you guys are interested in my trading indicators, my exit plans, and stuff like that. You guys are more than welcome to go check out NCashOfficial.com. Right now, currently, everything is included in this Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack for a discounted price. Of course, you guys are more than welcome to go check out separate things, like, for an example, my Casper, exit strategy and stuff like that. These are all single products, so if you, only like one of them, that's totally fine. Or if you guys want to get pretty much everything bundled in one, as well as all future content for free, you guys are more than welcome to check out the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack, which is on sale 35% off until the end of this month. Now, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about some on-chain data. Shout out to Casper Insider here, but overall, things were looking a little bit rocky this week as we did see, Casper pad launch, and it was not that great in terms of, a launch. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you are aware of this. I commented on it. I've commented on it why, it's something to not really disregard. But I do want to show you guys, how many people are really kind of staking, Casper right now. There's a ton of individuals staking it. A lot of the supply is actually locked away. In fact, 7.91 billion Casper is actually locked away in terms of its stake bonded supply, and we do see the circulating supply at about 2.81 billion, as we all know. APY 10.64%. So it is a little bit higher than most assets out there. So it is providing that immense amount of pretty much, I would say, volume for it, because that is a ton of value, especially for, something that has, 10.64% is something to not disregard. So, of course, transactions in the last day, or 7 days, sorry, has been, diminishing. Of course, this is the price data from, or the data just from 1206 to 1212. It has been diminishing, most likely due to, the market sentiment, as well as, the Casper pad stuff. And we do see the price performance as well. And, of course, we do see the social performance, which is down significantly. Social volume is up. And the Casper exchange net flow, as you guys do see, is a little bit, nothing too crazy down there. But overall, I suspect a lot of this stuff is going to change once the market really kind of settles down a bit. I've told you guys multiple times that that's pretty much what we are waiting for currently. And of course, we do have, top blockchain tokens by 7-day Twitter volume growth. And we do see Casper is really kind of leading the way at about 150%. It's pretty crazy to say the least. But like I said, As a layer 1 asset, I would say that Casper is well beyond the means of, other ones, especially with that 10% APY. I know that there's other APY out there that's like, 15, 20, and all the way up to like 100%. It's actually crazy, but, 10.64% for a layer 1 like Casper is actually very good, especially for that value locked in. So I think that that's going to provide a ton of demand for a lot of individuals that do want to stake Casper, which of course, means a lot more supply locked away. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about what's been happening with Wiseki. As you guys do know, I just commented on WiseArt in my video from, I believe, yesterday. We did see this. We are delighted to be speaking about our latest work with our partners Wiseki via the WiseArt NFT marketplace at NASDAQ today. Tell me another layer 1 that is providing the immense amount of volume and value that Casper Labs is truly doing. I mean, Casper Network in general is becoming, one of my favorite overall investments. Of course, I'm invested into other major assets like HBAR, XRP, XDC, and stuff like that. But, Casper, in my opinion, has a very bright future, especially when we're talking about, possible replacements for Ethereum or, layer 1s that are outscaling Ethereum. I know a lot of people mention, the typical ones like Avalanche and stuff, but overall, I think that Casper has a very bright future. Now, with this, we do see a lot of, it's a little bit of a kind of divergence with the opinion that, alts find it tough to beat layer 1 king Ethereum. In my opinion, I don't think that is the case. Honestly, when we're talking about Ethereum in general, it's almost become useless in general because of the fees, right? The gas fees are astronomical. The more and more that the network does get utilized, the more and more that transaction fees, stay, for an example, over $25. And a lot of this, I think that these, transaction fees are a little bit inaccurate because I know for a fact that a lot of people in my Discord that were trying to buy, for an example, Jigstack, which you have to buy on Uniswap, so you have to utilize Ethereum gas fees, they were paying like $300 to move like $30. So, it's a lot worse than what people actually really do see. And we even see here, that's why you're seeing Ethereum really outperform Bitcoin. If you look at the Ethereum price, Ethereum still trades as bullish as can be. People see Ethereum as a technology bet and Bitcoin as a, debasement of fiat currency bet. Now, in my opinion, the only real reason why Ethereum is being, this major asset is just because it's the second generation, crypto. Yeah, sure, it has proven its grounds, right? It could be utilized for a lot of things, especially for like NFT marketplaces and stuff like that. But overall, as a network, it's become unstable. It's become unusable almost. It needs an upgrade. It needs, Ethereum 2.0. But why would we even care about Ethereum 2.0 when Ethereum 3.0 is already here and it's called Casper? We've talked to you guys about this a lot in the past. Now, we also see, this idea thrown around, right? Avalanche, layer 1 token soared in November as Ethereum fees drove competition. This is the truth, right? And it's not only for Avalanche, by the way. I think, in my opinion, a ton of these layer 1s are going to prosper greatly when we're talking about Ethereum fees. Individuals are going to look for other networks that are also providing immense value that could pretty much provide the same exact use cases as Ethereum, except at a lot cheaper prices. This is exactly why Ethereum-based dApps and developers in general are actually moving away from Ethereum and moving to stuff like Hedera. I've talked to you guys about this with Suku. I've talked to you guys about ProvenDB. In my mind, as Ethereum fees continue to increase and increase and increase, and kind of say, hey, the normal investor or the normal developer or anybody who's out there that's not a financial institution, essentially is going to be able to not use Ethereum and have to actually move over to a layer 1 that is providing them with that immense amount of value and also something that is predictable, aka Casper with predictable gas fees. I know that I always like to say, hey, Casper is Ethereum 3.0. I say that because a lot of these layer 1s, pretty much I would say lack in the overall developmental, technology scene. Casper has already proven to be the true layer 1 choice here. Now, I know that there's other assets. I know a lot of people kind of compare Casper to HBAR. I just don't want you guys to do that overall because it's completely two diverse, assets that are focused on completely two diverse markets. I know that HBAR is pretty much moving into almost everything, and they truly are becoming a great asset overall. But there's a ton of food for a lot of these assets to eat. I just don't think that Ethereum in general is going to be a good choice for normie investors, for normie developers, for somebody who's not a financial institution that can pay, for example, $300 to $1,000 to even at some points in time $5,000 plus per transaction, which I have seen people lose $5,000 in gas fees due to failed transactions. That is a concern. Now, of course, we do look back on 2021, and we look back in the past, and we do see here China's blockchain infrastructure services provider BSN adds Casper to the network. Now, in my mind, this is actually very bullish. I know that a lot of people kind of look at stuff like this and they don't really give it any sort of attention, but overall, we do see here Casper is the first fully decentralized, scalable, and highly secure proof-of-stake blockchain. And we do see here, via our close partnership with BSN, we look forward to helping promote the continued adoption of this important public technology across global markets. And across global markets, okay? That is huge, okay? Now, when we're talking more so about this, we do see here, we are confident in both the Red Day and Casper Labs team to spearhead the adoption of the Casper network and blockchain technology in China. This is going to provide so much value. And we even see our Casper Labs partner with Singapore-based exchange BitMax to launch a token sale for retail investors in 2020. Just in general, the exchange predominantly offers trading services to traders in China, Vietnam, South Korea, Russia, and India. So of course they are in major markets, they are in major areas around the world, and we do know that, as one of the many possible Ethereum competitors, the Casper network hopes to improve security without sacrificing the scalability as a POS network. I just want you guys to understand that currently right now, in my opinion, I would say that Casper is probably the best choice from a developmental standpoint, from an ecosystem standpoint as well. It's probably one of the best layer 1 choices compared to Ethereum and a lot of these other, major networks. Like for an example, Solana has issues. Solana has gotten DDoS now like 4 times or so. The network has completely shut down. That is a concern. Casper will never have that problem. Avalanche, I've heard some things about Avalanche, projects that are built within that ecosystem that are pretty bad. I haven't heard too many bad things about Avalanche in general as an overall network, but in my mind, I still look at Casper as being the main choice here. Now we also see here Casper token, Casper integrated with BitKeep wallet. Now again, like I said, we're going back a little bit in the past, but this is only from December 10th. Now with this, we see a lot of good, talks about Web3. For example, we do see here, in all, BitKeep is said to offer over 8,000 dApps and 45,000 unique assets. BitKeep, a multi-chain wallet, is said to reach 168 countries and hold strategic partnerships with 30 plus top projects and chains. So this is actually a fairly large overall partnership, realistically speaking. Or integration, if you will. We're developing the Web3's multi-chain world and integrating with a wallet platform as popular and versatile as BitKeep extends our interoperability with its massive user base and new functionality being added every day. We know that this is a great environment to engage more communities and builders with our token and give them access to our dApp ecosystem. We expect exciting new developments to come to Casper with the help of this partnership. So this is going to be huge for overall ecosystemal growth, and we do even see here that according to the Casper Association, this integration stands to introduce Casper to 4 million plus users of BitKeep as well. So this is actually going to be very incredible to see unfold. Of course, this is fairly new. I mean, this is from December 10th, just so you guys know, so 5 days ago. So I'm excited to see this truly unfold before our eyes and really kind of see the future of what Casper has to offer. I'm very excited for a lot of these integrations to kind of, prosper into, a new sort of use case, or maybe it just kind of sparks a revolution on, possible, just development in general, because there is already 8,000 plus dApps on BitKeep. I mean, that's crazy, and 45,000 unique assets. So that's exciting to see, honestly. Now, in terms of the price action, I do believe that we are nearing the bottom stage. Of course, yeah, more downside is not limited here, especially with Bitcoin. But I do believe that a possible wick on Bitcoin to like possibly 42K could bring us down to that 786 or at almost 9 cents exact. I am going to be buying a ton at 9 cents if we do get that. I mean, that is where I pretty much go all in on Casper. So I'm just waiting right now for the next major move on Bitcoin or even on Casper, but I did buy a little bit around this point here. It's almost at the 702 retracement point. So, I felt a little bit confident buying here. It was not a major buy, by the way, just so you guys know. It was only like $1,000 buy. So, with all of that in mind, I do believe that Casper is nearing its bottom point. I believe that this market is nearing its recovery stage point. We still have a little bit of time left. I believe that we could see, a full recovery by the end of this month. I do believe that we could see a little bit of a spike in prices, especially as we do kind of range into the new year for tax purposes. So I'm kind of anticipating that. I'm waiting for the next major event to unfold within this market. So with all of that in mind, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys don't want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.